If you're watching this right now, there's a good chance you don't feel okay. But you also don't know exactly what is wrong happening to you. You wake up early in the morning. Then you start doing your routine. You talk to the people, you scroll your phone, and then you go to work. Even after everything, yet somewhere inside, something feels empty. However, it's not that painful enough to call it sadness, or not clear enough to call it confusion. Just a quiet feeling that says something in my life is not aligned anymore. And if that's related to you in any way, then you should stay here for a few minutes. Because what you're feeling is not a failure. It's actually a signal that's given to you by your subconscious mind. So most people think that feeling lost means they have no direction. But that's not true. Feeling lost usually means that you've been walking in a direction that no longer feels like it's yours. At some point in life, we choose this path because we have to consider things like to survive in our life, to please other people standing near to us, and to avoid disappointing the people that we love. To be frank, those choices you made were not wrong. They were necessary at the time for you to make the survival. But growth changes people, and when you start growing, the old direction starts to feel heavy. So your motivation starts to fade away. Your excitement starts to disappear. And suddenly, everything feels meaningless in your life. You must understand that this is not laziness. This is just a misalignment of your life. However, feeling lost is uncomfortable because modern life doesn't allow space for it. You feel like everyone around you seems busy. It looks like they're moving somewhere. They are all busy in posting their progress, posting their achievements, posting their confidence, and posting their success. So when you slow down, you start thinking something is wrong with you. But here's the truth most people won't tell you. Many people are not actually confident in making such decisions because they are distracted by the fear of questions. They keep moving forward, not because they are sure, but because stopping would force them to face these questions which they're not ready to answer. While you, on the other hand, is paused. And pausing feels scary because the silence makes you honest. So, when people feel lost, they usually panic. They start rushing into new goals. They start making new plans, new routines, and new motivations. They think clarity comes from doing more. But you must understand that clarity doesn't come from speed. It always comes from understanding. You don't need a new life overnight. All you just need is a clearer relationship with yourself. So if you are trying to focus on the direction too early, it's like choosing a destination before knowing where you are or where you are heading to. This will actually create more confusion rather than solution. So, what to do instead? The first thing you should do when you feel lost is not to ask, what should I do with my life? That question is actually too big and too heavy. Instead, ask something much simple. Something like, what exactly in my life that no longer feels right? Whether it's the work you're doing, or the people around you, or the expectations that you're carrying about things, or the version of yourself that you are pretending. You should understand that clarity begins by removing what drains your mind and your soul, not by just adding more pressure to it. The second thing you need is less noise. Too many voices will actually drown out your own and make you feel more frustrated. Constant opinions and constant comparison can make your mind lost. So when you're lost, silence is not empty. It's actually a medicine to keep your mind and soul peaceful. Even 10 quiet minutes a day, without your phone, without music, without distraction, can slowly reconnect you with yourself. At first, it feels uncomfortable for you to adjust to the new situation. But then it feels peaceful, then it feels honest. You don't actually need to find your purpose right now. That pressure is unrealistic. All you need is one small anchor. The one thing that gives you a little energy, a little curiosity, a little peace. Not forever, just for now. That small anchor becomes stability. Stability becomes clarity, and clarity eventually becomes direction. Big changes always start quietly. Here's something important that you should hear. Being lost doesn't mean that you are behind in your life. It means you're between versions of yourself. The old version that no longer works, and the new one hasn't fully formed yet. That space can actually feel lonely and uncertain. But it's also where real transformation happens. You must realize that nothing is wrong with you, but there's something that is changing you. So, if you are feeling lost today, don't try to fix everything. Just stay honest, stay curious, and take one gentle step forward. You don't need the whole map to make things right. You just need enough light for the next step. And that light only comes from listening to yourself again. So, if this video helps you, stay with us. And subscribe now and never miss the cheat codes for a better life.